Sabrina, get us back on track, would you? Just. Okay. I don't know. Ask Michelle. All right.
Those are mine. Thank you, sir.
I call this meeting to order. Run a little late due to the prior hearing. Apologies. Can I get a roll call?
Commissioner Laird.
Present.
Commissioner Nicolason.
Here.
Commissioner North.
Here.
Chairman Mel.
Here. Can I have you all do the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alrighty, Sabrina, apologize. I do want to make one quick comment. I guess chairman's prerogative, I guess. If you notice, we did, it's not a comment of my faith or anybody else's faith. This leadership this year has decided not to continue the beginning prayers of session. We had one at the beginning of the year, but we're going to not do that too much anymore, if at all. Right? Okay. So we'll be going back to business as usual. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you very much. I was asked to slow down my presentation, but Mike and Garrett are sitting back there and they want to go. So anyway, this is, so when we talked in December about, first off, the text amendments that we had, and then we had a case that came that wanted a zoning change. We've had several people come into our office wanting to build a barn, a stable, a enclosed structure to be able to house stuff that they don't want outside. They can't do that without a residential house. I don't think any of us like that rule, so was trying to find a solution to that rule. Ended up really digging into our terminology and what we have currently. We looked at doing a zone, creating a new zone, which would have potentially created a bunch of problems, but could have potentially solved some problems. So we looked at this, and it's 4.08.14 wholesale distribution, warehousing, and storage. It's currently permitted in light industrial, heavy industrial. It's defined as the storage of goods and the sale of goods to other firms for resale, including activities involving storage, the movement of products, or equipment. The use does not involve manufacturing or production. Manufacturing and production are under a different definition. So what I'm proposing is that we take out warehousing out of this section, because our current definition of warehousing is the storage of materials or equipment within an enclosed building. It also says warehousing includes mini storage. So if we could take out the definition at the end, warehousing includes mini storage, and we could create this section of warehousing that is the storage of personal property within an enclosed structure for use by the property owner. So it's not that they're renting this space out, it's by the property owner. This includes, but is not limited to, property such as recreational vehicles, all-terrain vehicles, boats, or equipment. Not limited to. So if it's a barn and they want to house animals and that's allowed in that zoning district, that would fall under this. The minimum lot size for warehousing is 2 acres. This can not exceed the maximum lot coverage per the zone found in Chapter 2. So a lot of the residential zones have a maximum lot coverage of 50%. Light industrial and heavy industrial do not have a maximum. It's basically the parameters for the setbacks is their restriction. And then this would also create the 4.08.14 warehousing. So recommending on the proposed table would be, it would be permitted in RAM, UA, rural residential, suburban residential, commercial, light industrial, and heavy industrial. And then it would require a zone certificate and the mountain ranges, UR and UMR. And the reason for that is that there are some properties, parcels in the mountain ranges that are less than 2 acres. This would eliminate a half-acre lot having, a house and then a warehouse and then a house and then this warehouse that potentially could devalue the other properties. And then in UR and UMR, the minimum lot size is 2 acres unless it has public utilities, and then the minimum lot size is 9,000 square feet. Again, don't want to devalue properties, so that would require a zone change so that we know in our office that it's got at least 2 acres. So that's all I have. Does this amendment allow more flexibility, or should I look for a new job because I asked for too many amendments? Just wondering. But I don't know. It can go out for public comment. 45 days. Plan is if you guys like it. I'm trying to find any caveats with it. If there's anything else that we should do. After that, if you guys like it, the plan would be to go to P&Z in March and then come back for a text amendment to you guys in April.
Mr. Chairman. Sabrina, I appreciate you getting on this and working on this. And I know there was, after the initial paperwork went out and everything was posted for public comment, a lot of this stuff came to light and it was too late at that time. So this is something you've been aware of, I've been aware of for a little while, and we just needed to wait until we got the zoning resolution completed before we moved on to this next step. But I think this takes care of a lot of the questions that we had as far as guys being able to build a barn without building a house and doing some other stuff. And I do appreciate all the work you've done on this.
Any further comments? Any questions? Wow.
Sabrina, thank you. I wondered about having in the urban residential and suburban residential. Well, no, I guess urban residential, it's a zone change. Suburban residential, it's proposed to be permitted. I wondered about a conditional use permit for that because of the slightly higher density. Can you just talk about maybe why you're thinking it would be appropriate to have it be permitted in both rural residential and suburban residential?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Nicolaizen, so there's zone certificates, and that is similar to a conditional use, except it doesn't come through the P&Z process and through you all. It's a different review through our office. And the reason for rural residential and suburban residential is rural residential has a minimum of 2 acres, and then suburban is a minimum of 5. Sorry, that's it flipped. Rural is minimum of 5 and then minimum of 2. There's no other restrictions, so that would be the reason.
So with the zone certificates, not going through P&Z or us, what would the criteria be? Are you going to establish that criteria or what?
So, Mr. Chairman, that's already established in our zoning resolution. There is a list of things that it has to meet, a list of criteria, and our office is the one that it's, I guess it's an administrative approval, except that it has to meet all these criteria, and then we issue a zone certificate that says you're allowed to do this in this area.
Thank you.
Would you be opposed on suburban residential to have that be a zone certificate instead of permitted use?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Nicolaizen, I am not opposed to any of that.
I just think that in certain circumstances, 2 acres is not that much area, and while anyway, I think buildings come in all different shapes and sizes, and I know if I were the neighbor, I might have some concerns. So just one, I don't want to make it too burdensome, because in most cases it's probably fine. But I just throw that back at you and the board that maybe we look at that a little differently because of the 2 acre minimum.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, would you all like to see that change?
I don't see where it hurts.
I don't either. It's not a lot more work on our end by any means. It's not overly burdensome to the property owner. This even allows them to do what they want to do, which we're trying to get to. So that, I mean, I like it.
Any other questions? All right, put it out.
Thank you all. We'll put it out, and we're almost back on time.
Mr. Hagler? No, or Garrett? I missed it, sorry.
Excuse me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Try and throw Mike a curveball.
You got me on that one. Yeah, you got me on that one too. All right. Good afternoon, commissioners. Chairman, I was asked to come in to give you guys an update on our facilities. I have nothing major to report as far as any major issues. We do have a few small issues that are more of an annoyance than anything, but are being addressed. We have one elevator at the moment down at the Hall of Justice. We're waiting on a cardboard that just happened to short out. Not sure if it was static or what, but it's a small issue that hopefully the board will be in this week, and we'll get that in and have be back up to 2 elevators running. Also another small issue at the Townsend, ever since that major power outage, we lost a dimmer relay rack on the 5th floor that supplies linear lights to one of the courtrooms over there. Since I've run some temporary construction lights for the main time that are LED and run on remote to get through for now, but the part we're waiting on was overseas, and as of right now I was told 6 weeks, but it's already been 8 and we still don't have that part. So it's been an issue, but as soon as we get that, we'll be having a technician from Denver come up and work on that dimmer rack. But other than that, everything's been running pretty smoothly. Luckily, we haven't had to deal with too much of winter, but as you guys know, that's inevitable and coming at some point. We just don't know when. Major projects that we've got going on right now are we've got new countertop going in at the clerk's election front desk, cleaning that up from years of use and chipping out laminate countertop. We're getting some new carpet over at the Hall of Justice. Also 2 new boilers for the penthouse that supply heat for 3rd and 5th floors at the Hall of Justice. Those will be, one of them's in and plumbed. We just need to do startup on that, and then as soon as that one's up and running, we will rip out the last one and put the new one in. And other than that, I've been working on the old generator from the health department that has sat at the coroner's office for that long that you guys wanted to see. I did get it to the mechanics and he ran through it. It ran fine. The diesel engine ran smoothly. The generator, he hadn't load banked it yet because of the transfer switch inside the generator for running either 220 or 240, whatever it calls for. That switch is on order and should be here. Actually, it should be here by now. I would think. I was told 5 weeks, and that was right before Christmas. So I would assume we'll have that up, and then we'll be able to put that on a trailer. I've got the trailer ready, and we'll have a portable generator for where we see fit and where we need it. So other than that, it's just business as usual, trying to tread water and keep everybody warm and happy.
So with the power outage that everybody knows about, did we have any other problems or any other malfunctions because of it that we need to address at some point?
So I've been working with Risk and HR to turn a list in for an insurance claim. So far we've lost, with that total, we lost 2 screens and some boilers at the Hall of Justice, or I'm sorry, at the Juvenile Detention Center. Those screens fried, but those have since been replaced already, and we were back up and running within a couple days. And we lost 1 variable speed drive on a cooling pump at the Townsend. That has not been replaced yet, just because it's a cooling line. But the part is on order, and as soon as it gets here, we'll have that in. So
We're still using Johnson Controls, right?
we're not, no.
Not?
I do as just a service contractor at times, but we don't have them as
As the main.
a contract. Yes.
Any questions for Garrett?
Have you heard anything from the library lately, and any thoughts on major capital improvements or asks that might come with their budget request?
Yes, I had a meeting with Fred at the beginning of the month. Him and I sat down and discussed a few things and what their needs are, and I haven't quite gotten that far yet in my process but it's coming soon to put a budget together and prioritize what I see fit over there as well. I do know that Fred's been a huge help lining up contract work and getting those capital projects done that were approved last fiscal or for this fiscal. So a lot of those lighting upgrades and things of that nature have gone smoothly and have been completed.
Anybody else? When the health department comes up to speed, Peter, are they going to be mainly the ones over it for maintenance and everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Sin-
It's been-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Garrett's been working with them the entire time and has done the training and all that. So
Yep.
I think he's ready.
Done all the owner trainings. Last week we got our VPN, so we're able to have vision of that heating and cooling system. Everything, alert senses, all those are up and to me now. There's a few bugs to work out, but working with the Sampson Construction and the IT over there for the health department, John Trout, and yeah, we're able to look at the building and have control of everything, and
Nice.
it's very nice. Yes, sir. So they move in next week, so it's very rocking and rolling. It's great.
Questions?
Gary, you're doing a good job. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
I guess you're doing it. Thanks.
No, I appreciate you guys.
If you have
Thanks.
any problems or whatever, let us know.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
Thanks. Now, Mike. How you doing, sir?
Good. You? Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
So I'm here to speak about the YDOT's request that you write a letter, which they gave you a draft letter, but basically all I know is what that letter says. You know, that they want to put in these passing lanes between Casper and Shoshone, which are needed. I mean, we have issues on that road. It's not my road, but all my roads tie into it. So, you know, if you ever travel it, especially during bad weather, it's a tough place to get a passing. They put some in, but they need a few more. And the intent is to obviously move traffic better and have fewer accidents. So I don't know why we wouldn't support it, unless you have any questions.
No, I don't personally, not on that. Does anybody else have any questions on?
Mike, do you know where they're planning on putting these?
I don't. I mean, they give a broad spectrum on that. You know, it's just, I'm sure once they get the funding, they'll pin it down to what they can put in with the money and where the best application is. There's a good chance it wouldn't even be in Natrona County, but I doubt it. I think there'll be some. But they go all the way into the Thermopolis and all that. So, I mean, there are a lot of places you can put passing lanes in going down through there, but basically between here and Shoshone, I'm thinking is what they're looking at.
That's kind of how I read it as well. And I don't see any reason why citizens in Natrona travel back and forth on that road all the time. Anything that we could do to support that initiative, I think we should. And so what's the board's pleasure? Should we write the letter of support?
I believe we should, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a motion? Do we need a motion? I think we should, just to be official.
We'll make a motion that we send a letter of support.
Moved in second. So we'll send that letter.
Okay.
How's everything else? The gravel pits, the roads, the...
Did an excellent job of moving snow so far this winter.
I know, I haven't been stuck once. It's just amazing.
That last storm was a little slick. I saw a lot of accidents in town. But no, we're doing graveling some roads and doing some cleaning of ditches out there at Alcova from the floods that they've had. Built some water bars out there, and we're grading all the cabin roads and picnic areas. So just, we'd like to have some snow.
Yeah. Is there anything any projects coming up? How's it gonna affect, anything gonna affect this year's budget upcoming?
I've still got the 2 mine sites that we're waiting on DEQ approval, on the Herbst pit. They've got some things they want from out there, and, the Buffalo Creek, they're waiting on the State Land Board water to give a blessing on some, of the reservoir build out. And, once that's done, those will be going out to bid. Squaw Creek, I think we got pass go on and are moving forward on getting it ready to go out to bid, with the, dedication of the road. And, I don't know, those are big projects, but, I haven't heard any more on, Poison Spider yet. We set the agreement back, and I haven't got it back from them. That build out of Poison Spider will be a few years out, but, that's out there. Will be in next year's budget more specifically. And, other than that, it's pretty much routine stuff that we've been doing.
What kind of equipment are we looking for?
We're gonna go out to bid for a motor grader, which, from the preliminary numbers I've received, we're probably not gonna bid the, semi-truck this year. I can't believe how prices have changed on equipment. But, it's same thing with all our aggregate. I mean, they all talked about when fuel prices went up, they had to raise their prices, and that's what they hung the hat on, is it was fuel prices. Well, fuel prices are down. We're not getting any breaks in any aggregate. Nobody is, concrete or anything. It's kind of interesting, but, and they're talking about raising it, which really hurts, but just doesn't go as far, obviously, when you gotta pay more.
So where's that mainly coming from? Just,
Well, the biggest source we have is Knife River. They acquired, McMurray Concrete and all the pits, and
Right.
there aren't, many other real big pits that can produce. So you're kind of stuck in a corner.
okay. Anything else we need to be aware of?
I can think of.
You sure? Okay. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of support of the letter of support, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the ayes have it.
Good.
So we'll support your letter of support
Appreciate it.
for support.
I got a lot of support. Okay.
Be nice to the Bates Creek people.
To the Bates Creek? Oh, yeah. We'll take care of Bates Creek.
How's Squaw Creek coming along or all that?
Well, you want to speak to that, Ashley?
I was going to give you guys an update on that, but I can do it now if you want. So, as you all might recall, the last meeting we did, you all approved the first round for the Squaw Creek, first resolution, basically saying that we can get going with that process. We have the final plat. It has been filed with the clerk. So next BOCC meeting, I'll be bringing the resolution for us to publish in the paper, and have that. I pretty much have it all ready to go. We just got to get that on the next agenda meeting. And so then it'll be published in February. So we're looking at probably March, hopefully, when we would have that, the public hearing. But as Mike mentioned, he was going to work on the RFP, and we're just going to put in there a clause so he can keep going on that it's contingent on, obviously, you all passing that resolutions. But there's no point in him waiting, and we can, I think, address that with just a contingency clause in that RFP.
Mr. Leeson?
Mr. Chairman, thanks. Ashley or Mike, you know, there was a time when some of the neighbors, the residents on Squaw Creek were a little uncomfortable with the situation. I get the feeling most of that's been resolved, but are we anticipating any big problems or consternation?
I don't, we notified all of them and asked them for easements. We got a few, we didn't get the majority. It's interesting the way that road is built. The fences are all set back. If you've driven it, I mean, it looks like you have the easement. And I believe some of those property owners didn't even know that they owned clear to the road. But I think through this process, they'll all get notice. They'll have an opportunity to come before you, voice their concerns. Obviously, the road's not going to get done if we don't get the easements. So, and they all want that. They all want it done. So I would propose that I start the process of going out to bid. Obviously, we don't have to award anything if we haven't got all this resolved, but it's going to take some time to do this bidding process too. So I'd like to have it get done this summer, hopefully. I mean, it's not that big of a project. So we're also working on the East End Road easements as well. We think we've got all that sorted out. We've got one more bunch of documents to look at, and we can probably acquire all that as well legally.
That one seems like there aren't any encumbrances other than
No.
maybe some fences, right? Encroachments like buildings and things like that. It seems like it's wide enough that it's just kind of a
On East End?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100, most of it's 100 foot. Some of it narrows down, and that's the part we're talking about. Particular parties, who happens to be a survey, is trying to rectify all the differences and get it to where that road exists, where it is, and pretty much has to stay there. But this will legalize all of it, and all the property owners pretty much involved. So I don't think we'll have any issue there that I know of.
No, and we just got emails from Paul today. I don't know if you've seen, but are sending us a lot of the plat for those easements. So I think Paul, Mike, and I will meet here at some point to kind of go over that and finalize like where our existing easement and the roads aren't really lining up. We're just going to fix it. We're going to basically do a new easement and probably just vacate those old ones once we have all that. But yeah, Paul's working with us to get that, and it should be hopefully here in the next couple months.
Is there any other priority roads that you'll be looking at?
For acquiring easements, oh yeah, we've got a list of them. Yeah. But we're working on the most traveled and the most probably controversial first, and should be a good deal over the next 5 years. Have everything sorted out.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I probably won't have any here.
All right, any other questions?
I'm just gonna say, Mike, I appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Don't retire.
Nicholas?
You talked to my wife about that.
Mike, you'll recall we passed a resolution for heavy truck traffic on some of these county roads. Have there been any issues or problems with that, or have people been contacting your office every day, beating down your door?
Haven't had any, I shouldn't say any, I had one call last week, but it didn't pertain to that. I mean, they just saw the, application online and got it confused with a road cut application, so that was, and they set it in that way, and so there wasn't anything to do with anything on a haul road. And we've had calls on roads that aren't affected, so, you know, that's why they aren't affected, is because they are haul roads. And, but the ones that we've listed, we haven't had anything. I haven't got all the signing up yet, but, everybody's aware. I mean, everybody in town that hauls and concrete and gravel all know. And for the most part, you know, they aren't really gonna be in violation for the types of things they do, but, haven't got any calls.
Good. It's encouraging.
Yeah, it is. Good,
Anything else?
all right, thank you.
For coming in.
You
Really
bet.
appreciate it. Good seeing you. What was on the bypass? I saw a little Jeep parked there with its lights on here not too long ago, behind another county truck, it looked like. Well, it looked like your Jeep. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. I always look for that Jeep. I think it's you all the time. Never mind. Okay.
Graduated from that.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, never mind. Thank you. All right, we're ahead of schedule now. It's the ebb and flow. Commissioner discussion. So WCCA legislative conference is coming up. Did you get everybody's requests in, Michelle, or?
Chairman, Commissioners, I am just waiting. I have all the registrations in for everybody that I'm aware of. Dallas, will you be attending?
When is it?
9th through the 13th.
9th through the 13th. And
February?
it's going to be in Cheyenne.
For the-
And then I just needed to find out if Casey was going to go as well.
You know, tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll have to let you know too. I'm supposed to be at a birthday party down in Phoenix that week.
Okay, so the dinner, everything's ready to go. LSO's already been contacted, arrangements have been made. I think we're only missing like 4 or 5 of the representatives.
Yeah, it'll be the 11th through the 13th. So what do you need from us? Anything else?
Chairman, Commissioners, I have the answers I needed. I'll wait till the end of the week or so and just let me know. I already have rooms reserved, so I'd rather have you guys make sure you have a room and then I can cancel them like 2 or 3 days before. And then registration, we just need to get that done like maybe a week prior.
Okay. And we got the the reservation at the Chop House and
Yep, you are ready to roll at the Chop House. I do need to get in touch with, they do have new management, so I need to find out. The old rule was if it was 20 people or more, we had to have a special menu. So right now we're sitting at like 17 or 18. We'll see. I'm hoping not to do a special menu because I know everybody's all over the place when they order stuff.
right.
We just tell them we have 19. Let's just tell them. Show up with
Yes. But no, well, and that's the thing we have, the thing that I am nervous about doing the special menu is the last minute, the legislators always get invited to stuff. And then we have a special menu that's a hassle on everybody, and then, and then we're like 5 people short. But yeah, so you guys are good to go on that. The only thing that I haven't had time to do is get rooms for Waco next year, but it's on my calendar. Just waiting to find out where you guys are gonna be.
Okay, thank you.
Where is that?
You're gonna be in Laramie again, but I just haven't found out where the contracts are for the rooms.
Do we have a date on that one? Anyways,
Yeah, so that one is always the 4th week of September. Oh, and then while we're at it, next, I want to say the end of the month, we meet with the assessor's office. I did visit just on the side with Tammy, and it looks like there are some dates, a few dates in August. I think that very first week in August, and then I think, or maybe it's the last week in August, and then the first week in September. So I will have, hopefully at the next meeting, I'll have dates for you guys to kind of, pin down. That's not with hunting season.
pinned down for,
Board of Equalization hearings,
okay,
yes.
all righty. Anything else for us? Sure. All right. Any questions about WCCA? Alice, I hope you can attend this year. You'd enjoy it. Yes, sir.
In addition to WCCA meeting, some of us go down and when there are certain bills, especially the fiscal ones that impact the county, we should be open to going down and filling in. They like to have a big county and a small county with them every day of the session. And so there's also an opportunity for us to go down there and help the WCC out with some of the bills and some of the positions that we take.
I know you're going to go down there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the 22nd through the 24th.
That's for the,
That's to help out WCCA. Yeah.
so if anybody on here wants to go before or after Earth, probably, or during, with, hold hands together. There you go. Have fun. Talk in front of the legislature. You like to talk, Dallas.
Let him have it, Dallas. I may run for governor, then I can't do it. Dallas, I want you to straighten them out down there. If I get to be governor, I will.
Okay.
Only do it for you, I'm gonna ask.
So is this your official announcement that you're on for governor?
That's my official statement of,
Intent?
been asked to consider it, and I'll lie to you guys about all that. Because I would need about $1 million from each of you for a contribution. Nobody will ever ask me about that again, will they?
All right, the next discussion point that we need to talk about, we had a email type discussion or vote. We discussed this already about the child support
Chairman?
enforcement. Go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure you did clarify that even though you guys did do an email vote, it was not a meeting. You guys all did respond individually, and I do have the emails to prove it.
Okay, thank you. So nobody knew anybody else's vote. We didn't discuss it in a group. We had no meeting whatsoever. Due to time constraints for response for the RFP for the state of Wyoming, we need thumbs up basically in order to participate for the child support enforcement. If we can have some information on what all that pertains, Ashley, and then we can do a ratifying vote for the email vote.
Yes, so it was basically whether or not we want to have the state of Wyoming to take over the child support enforcement, or whether we wanted to restructure and go out to RFP. was the questions that were posed. And the reason is because the state needed to know if we're going to have them take over. Right?
What was the deadline on that they needed to know by?
Oh, goodness.
The
It was the
15th?
15th.
So because of that deadline, that's the reason we held that email vote like that. Commissioner Nicolason.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As the commission knows, I met with Lita and the head of child support enforcement. I think it was the week between Christmas and New Year's. In any event, had a good discussion. I don't think there was any new information that would have suggested that we retain it in the county and that we could go ahead and let it be run by the state. I did talk with Eric Distad, the former county commissioner, but also former director of child support enforcement for years and years, and he really didn't see any reason to keep it under our county umbrella anymore either.
That's what
Sure.
I thought. Turn it over to the state.
Any further information, Ashley?
That is all I had.
So again, we had the straw poll email so that we could meet that RFP one way or the other. I believe we need to have a motion ratifying that vote, or for a motion to send that program back to the state. Mr. Nicolason.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to send the program back to the state. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it, passed. So the ratification holds that we joined the state know that it's official now as far as the vote. Do you need anything else, Michelle, for that? Okay. Let's see. WDQ Cellular Wind Project. Request change schedule. It says sub B, but it's sub C. So, discussion or information on that, Ashley?
Yes, so we had received a letter from the DEQ basically just letting us know that the Settler Wind Project had requested a construction or a change in the construction schedule for that project. And essentially the DEQ is just, and because it's going out or to the industrial siting stuff, they just wanted to make us aware that of this request to change the schedule, and if we would like to file basically a response, they would need it by, looks like February 4th.
What are the changes?
Sorry. Really, they're just basically pushing the stuff back. So looks like condition 11, they're pushing, so they're gonna meet on March 24th. So they're pushing basically all the schedules back. They just haven't been able to meet those deadlines due to, just, contract issues with the power project. And so the construction's going to be pushed as well. They're not gonna start on the construction right away. And so it looks like,
It's the contracts to the power service, selling electricity over.
that's what it appears to be, yes.
Any questions concerning this?
And I will say, it looks like this had been approved before.
All right. So we're way ahead of schedule.
So, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
with regard to the Settler project, this is the one up by the Pioneer Wind Park in the vicinity of the Duncan Ranch. To my recollection, it's all located on lands in Converse County. The way I read this letter is that construction was originally supposed to start in August of 2025, but yeah, because of power contracting, they want it extended to November of 2027 to be the commencement of construction.
Right. So do we have any concerns? Do we need to send a letter or anything like that to them? Or do we just let this sit?
I think that I don't see a reason for a letter. I think we just let it go. I don't think that there's a big contingency of Natrona County citizens being impacted by a 2-year plus delay. So I don't think we need to do anything.
I'd concur. Anybody? Sir?
So, Mr. Chairman, do we know if there are any impact funds that the county has requested from the Settler project that is gonna get us in trouble? Or maybe not us in trouble, but maybe some of the districts in trouble for when they spend money that we're counting on otherwise? Does anyone have an idea on that? If not, we can revisit that, but it just seems to be a recurrent theme, not just with us, but with, other localities, that these projects come and they promise a lot of money through the ISC, and then this money doesn't, arrive because projects don't start or whatnot. It'd be nice to know, so then maybe we can just coordinate, maybe delay spending money that might not exist otherwise.
That was my question too, because looking through here, all the different municipalities in the county did request quite a bit, and I'm guessing by the numbers that there's probably a truck related to our department, and those are the only concerns I would have too, is just basically to make sure that they're not hanging out there, that they don't overextend themselves.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I wonder if you might reach out to the other municipalities and towns to see if they have any concerns, and then council could just reach out to any of the departments of the county that had an ask, and maybe to our departments, it's just a FYI, let us know if you have any questions or concerns, especially Brian Oliver. But I also suggest Ashley could reach out to her counterparts at the different, municipalities and towns, but she's a little shorthanded, so I was
Yeah.
wondering if maybe you might reach
No,
out.
I can give them a call.
The sheriff department also requested stuff looking through here, as well as there's a lot of different groups that have, so.
Yeah. If you can do that, I'll reach out to the cities, towns, whatnot, and take a look.
Yep, I can do that.
Alrighty, so let's put a pin in that. Michelle, if you could remind me to discuss this maybe a little later with you to get it onto another meeting, so that once we have that information, we can circle back and make a decision, informed decision. Good. Okay.
Are we gonna have a hearing with our lawyer up in Jackson?
Mhm.
We can get him on that. What time do we have that scheduled?
4 o'clock, that's what I'm trying to,
Wonder if you could get him to move it up. You could call him and see. Either that or get burritos in here.
well, I thought you were gonna bring some today.
I should have. If I'd have thought about it, by God, and I know we had this time, there'd be burritos. So
Just instead of calling council, Michelle could just get your credit card and
Yeah.
have DoorDash.
I'll just give her cash.
Okay, either way.
I never give women my credit card. It never comes back to me.
Sounds like a person.
I was just kidding.
So, we've got some other, legal and personnel issues that we need to address as well. Why don't we handle those before the call with, our outside counsel? No, I think we'd have enough time to, handle both if we move it first. So I'd recommend we get a motion for exec, for legal and personnel issues, and take a break at that point for that.
Make a motion to go into executive session for legal and personnel issues.
I'll second that.
Moved and second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We are in executive session. Michelle, can you sign this into theirs? I don't have my passcode thing. Thank you.
you're here during the meeting, right? So I guess when I'm done, just sign.
Cricket
We're back in session, out of exec. For legal and the like. It was it was determined in executive session that we will be appealing 2024 CV 114516-D, reference the gravel up on the side of the mountain, so we are going to be moving forward with that. Anybody have any comments or questions? Then in that case, we'll recess for until 6? No, 5:30. 5:30. Or 6. I like 6. No? Okay. Call this meeting back to order. So, next thing would be approval of consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any contracts, agreements, and resolutions tonight? None. Public hearings. So, go to that. Do I need to whack it every time? Whack it.
Another term.
Dallas, it was innocent until you showed up. What's wrong with you?
Dick DeLacy said he was about ready to say, hey.
I now declare a public hearing open for consideration of resolution 03-26. Transfer of funds. The hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statutes, rules of the Natrona County Commission, and other applicable laws. May I have a report from Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Chairman and Commissioners. In regards to Resolution 03-26, that is just a transfer of funds, and it is covering the bonus checks that were given out in December. So that is all on that one. And on the other one is 04-26. There is numerous fund transfers,
Did-
and it is all documented in the paperwork there. We can only do 3 right
It's separate motions.
Huh?
We're just doing.
Just number.
We're just doing the one for
Oh.
right now.
I apologize.
No, it's all good. All righty. So, have the report at this time. I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in favor of consideration of resolution 03-26, transfer of funds to approach the lectern. Second time, those that wish to speak in favor, approach the lectern. Third, anybody in favor of speaking in favor, approach the lectern. Nobody's in the peanut gallery, by the way. So, at this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in opposition of consideration of resolution 03-26, transfer of funds, to approach the lectern. Second time, those who wish to speak in opposition of the resolution, approach the lectern. Third time, those who wish to speak opposition of consideration of the resolution, approach the lectern. There being no one or others or anybody in the gallery to speak for or against consideration of resolution 03-26, transfer of funds, I now declare the hearing closed.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I would make a motion to approve resolution 03-26, the transfer of funds.
Have a motion, have a second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the motion is passed. So, I now declare the public hearing open for the consideration of resolution 04-26, transfer of funds. The hearing will be conducted in accordance with state statutes, rules of the Natrona County Commission, and other applicable laws. May we have a report from Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Chairman and County Commissioners. I apologize for the previous. On Resolution 04-26, it is just some more transfer of funds, and all the documentation is in front of you, and I stand for any questions.
Any questions, discussion? Right, at this time, would ask those in favor, who wish to speak in favor of consideration of resolution 04-26, transfer of funds, approach the lectern. Second call, those that wish to speak in favor of consideration, approach the lectern. Third call, those that wish to speak in favor of consideration of the resolution, approach the lectern. Seeing none, at this time, I would ask those individuals who wish to speak in opposition of consideration of resolution 04-26, transfer of funds, approach the lectern. Second call, opposition of consideration of resolution, approach the lectern. Third call, those who wish to speak in opposition of consideration of resolution, to approach the lectern. There being no one or no others to speak for or against consideration of resolution 04-26, transfer of funds, I now declare the public hearing closed. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to accept resolution 04-26, the transfer of funds.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is passed. Public comments. You want to get up there and say something? Okay. Seeing nobody for public comments, we'll go to commissioner comments. Commissioner North.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Had a chance to get away for a little while, and it was very nice because I didn't have any cell phone service or anything else for a while. But I was reminded, got to thinking about one of my favorite movies, and that was Shrek. You know, there's always a Shrek in your life. There's always a donkey. There's always at least one Lord Farquaad, no matter what you do. And it's kind of funny because it just kind of brings everything right to the surface and looking and laughing at different things and recognizing what different people do and why they do it. So, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Nick Layson.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Laird.
You announced that we're gonna do the appeal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one thing tonight I thought that happened that's good for the county is that we appeal the local district court's ruling on the gravel pits. I think that the Supreme Court should be the final ones to decide the issue, and that's what we're going to do. And hopefully justice will be done, whatever that ends up being. Hope you all had a great Christmas and a New Year's, and we're going to have a good year this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Combs.
You got nothing?
And I'm not going to break that streak. So, let's see, anybody, are you sure? Okay, meeting adjourned.